What's up, everybody? Hope you all had a great day. Getting into this episode of Beyond the Gates, Derek and Ashley annoyed my soul. They got on my damn nerves. Like, acting so awkward the way they were. I was like, why are y'all acting like this? Or because they couldn't have sex the night before or whatever. I don't know what that was about. I guess he had, a little issue down there, or he was having a mental block. I don't know what was going on, but for whatever reason, they couldn't get it in. So they're acting crazy awkward with each other. Oh, you're making oatmeal again? Oh, well, you could cook whatever you want. No, oatmeal's fine. Oh, I'll have the shower first. No, you do the shower first. No, they're acting so weird. I'm like, y'all need to break up. They do. Because you could see it. Like, Ashley ain't in love with that man. She could sit there and tell her mama all she want that, they're going to figure it out. Because Jam basically told Ashley, oh, y'all going to work it out. Y'all going to figure it out. Y'all good. No, they're not. I deep down feel like Ashley don't really want him like that. I really don't. I don't think she do. Um, when Derek went to go take a shower and he took his shirt off and threw that shit on the floor, that's a pet peeve of mine. I can't stand that shit. Put your clothes in the hamper or in a laundry bag, please and thank you. There's a place for your dirty clothes, and it's not my floor. I'm just saying. Do not do that shit. It would piss me off. I see why Ashley got annoyed, because I'm the same way. Like, don't do that. Do not do that foolishness. Don't. And when he did that and just kept walking in the bathroom, I'm like, ugh. Yeah, I get where Ashley coming from. Living with him is super different for her. You know what I'm saying? She didn't think it would be that bad. I mean, I think when you move in with your significant other, it definitely is an adjustment period. Like, it takes an adjustment. Like, you have to adjust to it because it's a lot. Especially when you live a certain way. Because let's be for real. Ashley is neat. She's pretty tidy. He's a slob. And he has no taste in decor. Obviously, with that damn moose head, the man he don't know nothing about decor. It's just it don't work. You know what I'm saying? It really don't work. And if they're gonna continue to be together, they need a much bigger place because his clothes hanging up like that over by the bed, that shit annoyed me too. I'm like, sir, you need to figure out something with your clothing because it being over there, that don't work for me. It don't work. So I get where Ashley coming from. As far as living with him, I totally get it. They have different styles. They have different ways of living. And it's hard to mesh that together. I can see that. Like, she's not used to living with anybody but her mother. You know what I'm saying? And then she's been living on her own. So she has a certain way that she does things. They're going to have to sit down and really, like, try to figure out how to live together. You know what I'm saying? Like, he needs to be more neater because all that throwing clothes on the floor, you would be out on the front step fucking with me. Like, pick that shirt up. I would have grabbed the shit out of him and told him, pick that shirt up. We not doing this. This ain't the frat house. Like, no. You a grown ass man and a firefighter at that. Pick your clothing up, please. You ain't got maid service. That shit burnt me up when I seen him do that. I wanted to snatch his ass because no. And I'm glad we got some love in the afternoon and they made up or whatever. We got some loving scenes. That was cute, but I'm like, they still boring. Like, they still don't do it for me. So anyway, moving on from that. Martin's dreams are starting to get more clear. Because the person who was talking to him in his dream said, let's see what color money you have or something like that. I was like, oh, was this a robbery going bad? Like, was he being mugged and he killed the guy? Is that what happened? And they covered it up for some reason? I need context. Like, I really do. I'm ready for this secret to blow the hell up. But it couldn't have been a simple mugging going wrong because when he was talking to Vernon, he was like, oh, my mom could never find out the truth. And I'm like, is it deeper than that? It gotta be if you don't want Nicole to know. Like, what happened? I'm curious as shit. Like, this story got me super intrigued. Ever since day one, I've been intrigued. Like, what the hell? And mind you, when they was in Orphe Jeans, somebody was sitting by the window watching. I'm like, who is this man at the window? Because when they left, he go follow behind them. I'm like, who is this dude? And I'm guessing he connected to the dream. He's connected to the whatever happened. Gotta be. But I'm gonna tell you this: I am glad that Martin decided to shut down the whole presidential run. I'm glad he did because he realized like the way his father's secret blew up in front of everybody, he could not stand if his secret blew up like that. You know what I'm saying? With all the drama they got going on, he wouldn't want that. He don't want it for his mother. He don't want the presidential run to, affect his family. Because the media scrutiny, just trying to get the campaign off the ground, he would be missing out on family dinners with his, with Smitty and the kids. He would just be missing out on a lot. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that he decided now ain't the right time to do all of this. Like, we got too many skeletons in the closet. I ain't got time for this. Like, thank God he chose to, let that go. Um, but his secret definitely is imminent. Like, it's about to come out. Is the truth is rearing its head at this point. Um, I am so glad Jan, I'm guessing her full name is Janet. But I'm glad Jan gave Leslie what for because Leslie is manipulative as hell. Like, she's sitting there trying to tell Jan, oh, you didn't hear my side of the story. It's two sides to every story. Ted treated me like this. He treated me like that. Um, Jan was in tears because I think as a single mom, she could relate to how tough it is to raise a child by yourself. And I think that's why she was crying because she could relate. But I love how she gave it to Leslie and let her know. She said, you just act out of hate, not love. She was like, I can't have a friend like that. You use people, you use me, you use Mona to get the dirt, to get the tea on the Duprees. And I'm glad, Jan was like, I'm not fucking with you no more. Like, go have your breakfast somewhere else, get away from my table, go sit somewhere else. I'm glad Jan stood up for herself. You know what I'm saying? She wanted nothing to do with Leslie because Leslie thinks she can manipulate people. You know what I'm saying? Get people on her side. That shit might work with some, but it don't work with everybody. Like, she was up in that diner putting on a show because Martin and them was looking at her like, this heifer. I know Martin is so sick of her. Like, if he wasn't in public, I know he would choke the hell out of her. He be looking like it. Like, he just want to get up there and give her what for. Like, even Vernon was looking at her, shaking her head like, this chick, like, she just bring drama everywhere she go. So Eva, went to Orphe Jeans to see her or whatever after her little run in at the country club. I'll get on that in a minute. But she went to go see her mom and stuff, and Leslie was a straight witch. Like, did you see the way Leslie looked when Eva touched her arm? She looked down like, if you don't get your hand off me, don't touch me. That's how she was looking. Like, don't touch me. Like, you a homeless person or something. Just like you a bum. You know what I'm saying? Like, your hands is filthy. Like, don't put your hand on me. I'm like, damn, Leslie. Because I felt bad for Eva. I really did. And I hated that Eva had to run back and beg her to come back home and stuff. And Leslie was just cold as ice. She said, please, mama, can I come back home? Leslie looked at her and said, hell no. She said, nope. Go live it up. Go live your life with the parent that you chose. I said, Leslie, stop it. Stop it. Because that was so disgusting. It really was. Like, Leslie, grow the hell up. She refuses to take accountability for anything. Like, she blames everybody and want to play this victim. Like, everybody did her dirty. Like, ma'am, I can't even say nothing positive about this because about Leslie. Because my thing is this. Leslie gonna believe what she want to believe. Leslie is a career victim. She gonna play that victim role. I just feel like nothing anyone says to Leslie is going to make a change. It's not going to make a difference in her. You know what I'm saying? Like, she basically just told Eva, I'm dead to you. You're dead to me. Like, don't even give me another damn thought. You chose your side. You betrayed me. I'm like, chick, you lied to this girl her entire damn life. Her entire life. And you sitting here playing the victim like you won't take accountability for shit. And I was so happy that Martin went and talked to Eva because he had empathy for her. He did. He had empathy for Eva. because it made him appreciate his parents so much more. Even though he had odds with Ted right now, it made him appreciate them, his family more. And he felt like he took his parents for granted because seeing the way that Leslie could talk to Eva and treat her, he was disgusted. For a parent to even talk to their child like that, he was totally disgusted. I'm glad he reached out to Eva. He made it clear, like, I'm having a tough time basically forgiving you for what you did, but you still don't deserve that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't wish that on nobody. So I'm glad he had some kind words for her. And even Vernon went up to Leslie and basically told her, I ain't never gonna forgive you for what you did, but I pity you. And she was looking at him all defiantly, talking about, excuse me? I'm like, Leslie, you heard what he said, heifer. He pity your ass, just like the rest of the world do, because you went up in that place and showed your ass. He pitied you. Because he was like, this is the one person that love your ass in this world. This is the one person that love you. And you sitting here turning your back on her. He was like, by the time you realize what mistake you made and turning your back on your daughter, it's going to be too damn late. She ain't going to want nothing to do with you no more. She ain't going to want nothing to do with you. And I'm glad Vernon let it be known. And, even Jan came up and let her know what she did to Eva was disgusting. It was foul. And Leslie was just not having it. She said, stop bitching. She was like, stop your bitching. I said, Leslie, see, this is what I'm talking about. She proving that she not genuine because you went there hat in hand, figuratively speaking, trying to, be her friend, still be her friend or whatever. But look at it. As soon as you don't get your way, look at you. Acting a fool. Because your plans ain't working, your deviousness is not working. So now you want to act up and show your true colors when you don't get your way. Typical. That's a typical narcissist. That's what they do. They know how to throw on the charm, lay it on thick. But when you don't fall for the bullshit, that's when that devil come out of them. And you see the true color. And now you got confirmation they trying to play your ass. Because now you want to act like a demon now. And that's exactly how Leslie act. All nice when she wants something from your ass, but then act the fool when you don't give in. So I'm glad Jan let her know about herself. But Leslie basically put it out there. She was like, I got many secrets up. I still got some secrets up my sleeve. I said, Lord, I could have just about imagined what your secrets are. I could just about imagine. Because I'm definitely getting that vibe, especially from the conversation that Danny was having with Eva and Ted at the club. And she was like, the Duprees don't give a damn about you. You are nothing to the Duprees and never will be. It's major anvils being dropped that Eva is really Ted and Nicole's child. Major anvils. I'm starting to believe that more and more. Speaking of Ted and them, so Ted showed up to the club. Eva was up in there, with her Sunday's best. She definitely had rocking her Easter outfit. And Ted had the audacity to bring her up in there because Eva had, let me tell you this, Eva had common sense. Eva was like, we should not be here. Like, we should be going somewhere else that, talk and eat. Ted was like, no, we could come here. I'm a member. And people need to get used to seeing you with me. Okay. As soon as they walked in that dining room, all eyes was on them. Vanessa was looking. That the town gossip, Anastasia, was looking. She cute too, but she nosy. That's a beautiful woman, but she nosy as hell. And Ted was like, ignore her. That's the town gossip. She ain't got nothing better to do. So he basically told Eva he contacted a hair salon, which is a pretty, swanky upper crust hair salon. I guess they deal with high-end clients and stuff like that. He rented her a booth in the salon. But Eva didn't want to do it because she was like, I like being an assistant. I'm like, what? I mean, there's nothing wrong with being an assistant, but this is your time, though. Like, he's offering you something that's amazing. An amazing opportunity. Like, do you not know the clientele you can get? You could open up your own damn salon. You can make millions. Like, you could be a celebrity hairstylist. Like, are you serious? You rather be an assistant when you're getting offered this? I guess. But I like how humble Eva being, but I respect that Ted is manning up. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to do for her. He's trying to give her the advantages that his children, his other children had. He want her to have that. I respect it. But I'm going to still need Ted to do another DNA test, though. because all of that, just trusting Leslie's DNA results, I would never in a million years trust those. I would have to get my own separate one done at an independent lab. I would have to do it, and I feel like Ted needs to just to get full confirmation. I'm just saying, just to get that confirmation. Um, but I don't blame Danny for ripping Ted a new ass. I don't blame him because I know he didn't think I know he didn't think Nicole would be at the country club, but that's not the point though. You know what I'm saying? I agree with Danny. You had the audacity to come here, whether Nicole was going to be there or not. Why would you do this? Y'all are literally only 1 day or 2 days removed from the spectacle that happened at the club, and you going to bring her there, knowing that her family, always there, her friends, maybe her colleagues, and you going to show up there? I mean, I'm not mad at Ted for not hiding. You know what I'm saying? Like going back out into the world, living his life. I'm not mad at that. But damn, sir, it's only been a day or two. You could have took her to Orphe Jeans. You could have took her somewhere else. Why the club? That was he had so much audacity. And I'm glad Vanessa, swooped in. It was like, oh, I got some tea to spill. She was like, nah, I ain't got no tea. She said, I just said that to get you away. That's a real one. Anastasia gonna bring her ass over to the table, running her little lips or whatever the Eva told my, oh, your little church outfit. I say, Anastasia, somebody need to get you. Somebody need to backhand you. Because this ever had the nerve to walk up to Nicole's table and pretty much tell her and Danny, oh, they know how to pick men. She needed her ass beat. And then gonna go over there and start flirting with Ted. Basically throwing herself at Ted. I was like, this girl ain't got no chill. And I like her for some odd ass reason. Because she messy. I was like, but go sit your messy ass down for somebody hurt you. And I give Nicole credit because Nicole is showing so much restraint. Like seeing Ted and Eva there, dealing with Anastasia, that's a lot of restraint she was showing. I said, ooh. But you know what? This is why I like Nicole, because she's classy, she nice, she not gonna act a fool in public. But on the one hand, she was happy that Ted is getting to know his daughter. But it's heartbreaking for her to see that, that's normal. You know what I'm saying? That is so normal for her to feel that way. Like you're only a day or two removed from the bullshit that you just found out about. So her emotions are still going to be raw. They're still going to be all over the place. I don't fault her. She's going to have all these different feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like seeing your husband with his daughter or whatever. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot to deal with, especially when Eva came back, because she didn't feel like, that's why she went back to Leslie, because she didn't feel like she belonged at the club. She felt out of place, but whether she liked it or not, I'm like, girl, you're a Richardson, allegedly. So you're going to have to get used to the finer things. You know what I mean? Like, you got to get used to that. You're going to be at the country club. You're going to be fine dining. You're going to be at events, that your father is going to be at. It is what it is. I will say this. Ted has some arrogance on his ass. Like, the fact that he walked over to Nicole's table and basically told her, you're going to see me at the hospital. You're going to see me with the kids. You're going to see me at the club. You're going to see me at the hangout spots. You're going to see me around town. I'm not hiding. I'm not ducking. You're going to see me. And I'm going to win everybody forgiveness. I'm going to prove myself. And we're going to celebrate our anniversary together next year. I say he got a lot of audacity. Because even Nicole was looking at him like, bitch, what? Danny was looking at him too, like, don't make me cut you. Like, he had a lot of balls to walk over there and say all of that. I'm like, sir, go on somewhere. This ain't what you want. You don't want this trouble. But I know that had to sting Nicole when she saw him holding hands with Eva. I know that, baby, I would have been ready to fight. I'm just saying, because that's too raw right now. You got to give it a couple months or so, for her to start getting over this shit. Like, that's a lot. So anyway, moving on from that. I don't feel bad for Joey. I mean, not Joey. I don't feel bad for Doug, and I damn sure don't feel bad for Vanessa. Because Joey is about to fuck their life up, and I don't feel bad for them because both of them are acting dumb and naive when it comes to Joey. Like, they both were warned. Randy warned Doug, And Nicole warned Vanessa about him. And Vanessa already knew about Joey's reputation. And yet you still hang around him. That's a fool's move. And Doug's still sitting over here talking about gambling. I'm like, sir, you ain't learned a lesson yet. And Joey was like, basically, shit, I'm going to use your wife's real estate firm to launder my money. And he was like, if you allow me to do that, he said, if you fall back and we, do that or whatever, he was like, I'll wipe your debt clean, free and clear. But of course, Doug wasn't having it. He didn't want to involve Vanessa in this. So Joey was like, well, I'm not going to keep fucking playing with your ass. Joey was like, I'm calling in your debt. Bitch, you got 1 week to pay me my money or we going to have a problem. And he said, don't make me come looking for your ass. I love Joey. I'm sorry, but him and Leslie be taking me the fuck out. This is how villains need to be. Like, because they keep me entertained. They really do. This is what I love. They ain't no cartoon villain about them. Like, they keep me entertained. Joey is a scary bastard. Like, he really is. Like, he could be... It is crazy how he turns the charm on at the drop of a dime, but he can also turn that evil on at the drop of a dime, and I love it. Because he let Doug fucking know. He was like, listen, bitch, don't make me break your other hand. He was like, do not make me put the effort into coming to look for you when it's time to give me my money. Because he said, if I got to do it, you already know. It ain't going to be nothing pretty. I said, well, damn. He let you know. Joey ain't playing. He said, don't make me come in these streets looking for your ass. Oh. So Nicole was telling Danny about Andre. About how he knew a few weeks prior about the affair. And I seen the look on Danny's face. I said, ooh, she gonna get that man what for when they up in them sheets. But she's still gonna get some though. Danny ain't letting that boy go. She still gonna get her some. And I ain't even mad at it. She gonna be mad for a hot second. But she gonna use that shit as foreplay. She sprung on that man. And I ain't mad at it. But anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you all thought. And I'll see you all later. Peace.